Are we good?
Yep.
Aloha.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to MJA for another version of
MJA's live streaming.
Oh.
But this time not so live.
During our COVID crisis. First of all, everybody, many mahalos for all the support and love that you guys give us and keep us going with your orders online. And those of you that come in, thank you for coming in. We are open every day. We are open, guys. We have a new aspect at MJA. We now can pour on the parking lot.
The courtyard.
Which we call asphalt experience. It's
the
really
courtyard
fun.
experience.
No, it's asphalt experience, and it's a lot of fun, and it's wonderful. Not really, but it is what we're allowed to do. We have this beautiful barrel room here that we cannot use, or any of the other part of the 14,000 square feet that we have under roof that we cannot use, but we can pour outside in the sun and stuff and whatever. So
all that jazz.
It is what we got.
Look, 2020 is a difficult year, folks. We're just trying to make the best of it any way we can. But the good news is we have more real estate now than we did before. So, because the last thing we want to do is turn any of you away.
So please come visit us at the West Side. We're open 7 days a week from 12 to 6. And on the Summit, we're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 12 to 5. So, what do you want to do?
Should we drink a little bit?
Well, is that, you want to drink a little bit?
Poquito.
Poco? Okay.
Squishy.
Squishy. So we're going to start with a little Sauvignon Blanc. This is our 2018. This is Insatiable. And this one is from Pope Valley, which is the northeast corner of the Napa Valley. George Shanks is the grower. We lost George last year to, unfortunately, and I think what we ought to do right now is do a little toast to George Shanks. I've been buying grapes from George. He's a wonderful man. God rest his soul. His Sauvignon Blanc grapes I consider some of the best that we have in California.
To George.
To George. So. Oh, I love this wine. Crispy. Not so much green apple now.
No.
It's evolved. It's actually a little closer to.
A lot more citrus now.
Yeah, but it's a little closer to whatchamacallit? 17.
Snowflake?
No.
Bombshell?
No, 17.
Oh, Wipeout.
Wipeout. Yeah, a little closer to Wipeout.
Honestly, this reminds me of Bombshell.
A little bit like Bombshell. Yeah.
Or 13.
You guys are having a seafood salad, a crab louis. Oh boy, just bring 2 bottles and take your time and enjoy, because this is perfect for that.
Or those crab and shrimp sandwiches they have at Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
That would be perfect.
Oh yeah, you know, a whole crack crab,
Yep.
because this will not cover up the crack crab like a big Chardonnay will. You'll be able to savor all the crab and still enjoy it with this wine.
That's right.
This is crispy, it's fun. This is a patio for you guys out in Central Valley or up in Sacramento or up in hot country, sitting out on the porch, a couple of little tidbits for appetizers on a really hot day. This one served ice cold at 100 degrees plus, perfect. I know how to drink that at 100 degrees.
I remember.
Yeah, true.
You know, just before COVID, we had a young French gal come in, and I poured her this wine, and I thought she was going to enjoy it. And her first comment to me was, "Oh, I see why you call it Insatiable." And I'm like, I like the way you say it a little better.
I like it a lot better than the way you say it. Fun wine. It's a terrific summer wine, but I drink this in the winter too. So I mean, it's a terrific wine. So
I'm gonna take my time.
I would say Meredith is probably on, so we'll say hi to Meredith because I know she'll be watching. and maybe Angie, and maybe Christoph, and maybe Kathy too. What do you think?
Maybe
Florida Kathy. And,
who else will be watching?
oh, we could have Kelly Ann. She might be on.
We could have Denise Shaw.
Well, yeah, she's on the patio right now.
I know,
but she could be watching.
She
us
might
too.
be watching.
That's true. By the way, she's out there on the patio. Anyway, guys, give this some. This is a seafood delight. It truly is. I mean, you could have it with a nice French bread and a big, huge bowl of clam chowder. This would be perfect wine with that. It would accompany it. You could do this with eggs Benedict. You could do this with that. Anything. I mean,
just a really hot day.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could do that.
It pairs a little too well with a hot day because if you're not careful, you can drink the entire bottle.
Yeah.
You can't really taste the alcohol in this, and it's hot.
Do you know what time we started?
We started at 2:16.
2:15?
16.
16. Okay. I'm just checking.
He likes to keep good time, folks.
Well, you guys have well, you're probably done. You're probably at home just kind of social distancing and doing what you're supposed to. I'm hoping everybody out there is staying healthy. We are doing our best to stay healthy. Here at MJA, we're very adamant about cleanliness and social distancing and taking care of all of the people that come and visit us. So, not everybody in our industry is doing that, but trust me, here you're safe. We are really concerned that we want to keep you around and keep you happy and healthy and drinking our wine. So,
plus, we sanitize each and every table and all the chairs after every single use, so you can be assured that you're going to be at a very clean table when you come and taste here.
your tastings will consist of four tastings per different tastings. We have a mixed, a red, and a reserve. Those are 4 bottles. They come individually in bottles. So you will pour your own wine into your own glass.
Should I show them?
No, you don't have to.
I can go show them.
Well, you go show them. And these 4 bottles are equivalent to about 3/4 of a bottle of wine. So in order to keep our MJA reputation going that we have the biggest pours anywhere in Santa Cruz, trust me, this is a big pour. And if it's too much for you, you can take your bottle home with you. So that's not an issue. You want to show that to them?
Can we see here?
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
400 milliliter bottles, just like this. Mm-hmm. Which is more than half of a bottle of wine there, folks.
Yep.
So we don't, we like to take care of our people.
Yeah, we want you happy when you leave, and you will be. We're happy to pour it. So
You'll be happy one way or the other.
that is really yummy. It's really changed.
Yeah. This is a kind of soft Blanc where I would want to do like I'm not sure what the English term is, but just basically mixing wine with mineral water.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think with all of the citrus going on in this, like, that would be really tasty.
I'd rather do this. I would rather do this with the Petroli Soul done in butter and garlic. You know, that Petroli Soul and this would, you know, because that kind of melts in your mouth anyway, and this will help it melt even faster.
Yeah.
All right, you want to move this along?
Oh, I suppose.
Do you really? So we're going to get red on you guys. We're doing a Pinot. Where is this from?
I do believe this is from, is this Nonchalant? Which one is this?
Nonchalant.
That is Nonchalant.
Yeah, where is it from?
Is that from Corlitos?
And what vineyard?
The Corlitos vineyard.
We've been buying wines there for 10 years, the same vineyard.
And Corlitos.
Oh, that's really good. You guys, oh my God. You guys, this is the 2017, this is from Corlitos, Regan Vineyards, Corlitos.
Well, yeah, Regan.
Well, that's where it's from.
Well, I thought you wanted like a different information.
Just drink and
All
be
right,
happy,
fine.
will you? Jesus, oh my God. Oh, unbelievable. This is one of the best years that we have made in a very long time. I mean, I've loved our 13 and our 14 and our 15.
I think this is the best one since the 15 Pinot.
Yep, and this one is just over the top delicious. It's full bodied, it's rich, it fills all the orifices in the mouth and the palate. Trust me, it is really good.
And as he likes to say, you can rub it on your body.
No, this is not a Roman.
This is not a Roman.
No, one of the over here is.
Oh, these
are coming. Yeah.
Well, look, you know, you got to work up to that. This is what you start with. This is the cleanse.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Oh my goodness, that's good. Not because we made it, but that's really good.
That is good.
It is good. Yeah.
It's really bright.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you've got all sorts of, your fruits are dark red fruits in this thing. You got a little plum, you got a little prune, you got a little everything going on in it. Got a little spice too, not overly spicy. Very rich, very full bodied.
Got a little dark cherry at the end.
Let's say compared to a Willamette wine up in Oregon, their wines are great, except they're really light. This is not a light wine. This is a full-bodied, heavy-duty Pinot. I had a gal who lives in Willamette come and visit me one day, and when I poured her one of our big Pinots, she went, "Holy crap, this is a Pinot."
And you said, "Yes, it is."
Yes, it is. She bought 2 bottles of my Pinot. So
now, when the Oregon people are buying your Pinots, you know, you did
it's
well.
a good idea. Yeah. What would you pour this with, Missy?
This is a great grilled pork chop wine.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah. Maybe a little, not applesauce, but like an apple compote with like some spices happening to kind of complement the
Exactly,
flavors
with
going
some
on.
of the, what do you call those things? Oh God, the little black, real, it's one of the, can't think of the name. Oh.
Currant?
No. It's like a little black stem that's real flavorful that you'd use with your compote. Never mind. I'm having a brain fart. Yes. I'll think of it. I'll let you know. Anyway. I would also, you could do this with a veal chop very well, also, because first, you wouldn't really want a big steak with this. I personally wouldn't. I'd rather go to a cab for that. But
steak would totally overwhelm this.
But this with a pork chop, a veal chop, something on that nature. Even in all the chickens, you can do it like a barbecue chicken or something of that nature.
Turkey
Perfect
leg.
wine. Yeah, turkey wine would be fine. Yeah, a Thanksgiving wine.
This is a good Thanksgiving
with
wine.
a
Turkey
little
stuffing,
with a little
cranberry
dressing
sauce.
and
Yeah.
it would work absolutely.
Or like, you know, those big turkey legs that you sometimes get it. You know, where you feel like
How big is your goddamn turkey?
You feel like Conan the Barbarian when you're eating it.
You grab that and it said, "This is mine. I don't
Mine.
care what you eat." Yeah.
You take a bite and you hit a guy over the head with it,
You would do that.
I would.
I know that. Okay.
and then you eat the other one.
You know. If those of you watching are new, we are a family. This is my son John, I'm Marin, and Kathy is behind the camera. We had, the last live stream we did, we had somebody from Sevilla in Spain, and really neat little guy coming in and visiting with us. We had somebody from Germany, we had somebody I think from England too, so yeah. You just never know who's going to be watching.
We have a very multicultural crowd here at MJA.
The only problem with people overseas, I can't ship you. We can ship you coffee, which we grow up on the side of Howell Mountain, up in
Mountain Kona coffee.
Howell Mountain Kona coffee.
One of a kind. You'll never get this.
What we grow on the side of Captain Cook, up on the side of Mauna Loa, and in Hawaii. We've been growing coffee there since the mid '90s, and still have 2 farms there and still grow coffee there on the Big Island. So if you like a good 100% Kona coffee, we have that available. All right, shall we move on?
Perhaps.
So if you are from Argentina, this Tempranillo would be Tempranillo.
Tempranillo.
If you're from Argentina.
What if you're from Croatia?
You wouldn't know what the hell it is because you're drinking Zinfandel and you don't know about this.
Come on, there's got to be a word for it. How do they say it in the old country?
Vino.
Come on, you don't know. You have no idea.
We don't have a word for Tempranillo.
I bet you $10.
I bet you $1,000 we don't.
I bet you.
You don't have that kind of money.
I do have
No,
it.
you don't.
I will bet you $1,000.
No, we don't.
I will. Come on.
We do not have Tempranillo. Listen,
look, cash is okay. You can pay me in cash.
In Bosnia and Herzegovina, they wouldn't know what Tempranillo is. They would have no idea what it is, even today.
I'm sure they have a word for it, and I'm sure it could be found somewhere.
It's called shuti, which means be quiet. Okay, salud. Where is this wine from?
This is from
These grapes
Amador.
are from. Is it?
Yeah.
And what year is it?
17. Yeah.
Well, after you look at the bottle.
Well, no, I looked as I said it.
This is a Tempranillo from Amador County, 2017. This is the first try for us. We bottled it in.
Is that the one? That wasn't the last bottling, was it?
It was the end of 19.
Yeah, it was the end of 19.
Yeah. So this is rich, full-bodied, and now maybe I should taste it.
We need to submit this wine to a competition.
I think we could.
We definitely need to submit this because this is award worthy for sure.
Oh my goodness, that's good. Yeah. I get a little anise, a little licorice at the end of this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You know, people go, this wine has a little licorice in it. How does that happen? Well,
they also say, do you add licorice?
of course, they stuff those little suckers into the barrel. How in the hell else are you going to get licorice into it? You pull the bung out and you keep stuffing those suckers in there, one at a time. Yeah,
see, this is our, we have a box full of red vines and a box full of black.
No, we like the
licorice.
black ones because
like
they
the
give
black
more
ones.
flavor.
That's
Yeah.
right, and we just shove
No,
it.
but honestly, when we were up on Howell Mountain, when we left Hawaii, which was in 2007, we started up on in Napa up on Howell Mountain, and we had cabs up there. But in the area around our vineyard, we had wild anise growing, those plants. You know, I mean, you could cut one and taste it, and it tasted just like licorice. So that would influence the grapes that were in the region around the anise plant that was growing around the perimeter of our property. Other places up further, we had a pepper tree, which then it gave you a little pepper in that. So when you tasted like Intimate and Still Horny and stuff, you got some of those flavors in there because all of those grapes went into one wine, and it would transfer some of those flavors into the wine when we made it. So, yeah. What would you pair this with, Missy?
Ooh,
You know what I would pair this with? Paella.
Paella would be good. I'm thinking a little ham-on.
That would work.
Shaved ham-on over some maybe a darker bread.
When I was in Spain a few years ago, 20 some, with Uncle Juan, we went to a little restaurant on the coast, and we had paella that she made, and it had everything in it. It had chicken and seafood and lamb and rice, and I mean it was a true paella. It had everything but the kitchen sink in it. And she had a bottle of Tempranillo there for us with it. Actually, it was a liter, which we drank 2 liters before we got on our way.
Oh yeah.
And it was at the wrong time to ask for food at a restaurant. We had been driving from Barcelona, and we were starving. It's 3 o'clock, and everything's closed. And we came to this little town, a little seacoast town called Javea, Javea, and this gal was on the patio sweeping and cleaning up, and we stopped. And I asked her, I said, God, we are so hungry. She said, Senora, we're closed. And I said, yeah, but we're really starving. She said, well, the only thing I have is paella. I said, oh, okay. And it was amazing paella. I mean, honest to God, it had some saffron in it because you have the yellow, you know, with the saffron going through it.
Yeah.
And with all the different flavors from the seafood and the chicken and the lamb and everything that they had in it. And she brought out, she said, this is a Tempranillo, and she had liters of it. You know, Juan and I ate 2 huge bowls of paella and 2 liters of, well, I gained 15 pounds in 2 weeks on that trip. So just to let you know, we didn't do anything but eat and drink. Oh yeah, it was good. And chocolate.
That's how you know you did it right.
We did it exactly right. So I was younger when I came home. I lost it in 2 weeks, but that's a different story. What would you pair this with, Junior?
You know, I would pair this with, so over at Vasily's, they have a really good lamb kebab place with, you know, these nice lamb kebab skewers, some pita bread, a Greek salad, some hummus, and what do they call it? You know, that little dish they give you.
Tzatziki.
Yeah, the tzatziki sauce. Altogether, I
don't
would.
agree.
I agree.
I don't agree either.
I agree.
No,
Yep.
no, this is not a
Like-
lamb wine. It is not. It is a
I'm
paella
saying
wine.
with that kind of lamb.
It
No.
needs something a little saltier
Yeah.
and a little more
That's pretty
rich in
salty.
flavor.
That's pretty salty, pretty rich.
No, you're salty. The food isn't as salty. You know. Oh,
You're projecting there a little bit. What do we got?
Yeah. Cool.
anyway, no. Paella I would use this with.
I'm not saying it wouldn't pair with paella. I'm saying I would be very happy
I would.
with that dish.
I would do something like a torta, you know, that's
Yeah.
meat stuffed torta,
Yeah.
something of that nature. You need to be creative in your young youth. You need to hang around with me more, and I'll teach you about food and stuff. You know, so
Hey, if you're buying food, I'm all about that life.
I can see that.
I mean, where do I sign up for this? I mean, come on.
You're related. You're already signed up. You don't have to worry.
You need to hang around me and eat some food. I'm like, well, that sounds great, but like, how do I get on this? How does this happen?
Let me think. You know, some of the Brazilian barbecue would work with this too.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, with the different flavors that they have in the Brazilian barbecue would work really well with this also.
Yeah.
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 I'm almost thinking like if you spiced like one of those English minced meat pies.
Oh, that would be
right?
fine.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's meaty, that's crusty. It's got you need a combination of the crust and the meat and whatever. We have a place in Boise, a Brazilian barbecue place, and it's like,
You have a Brazilian barbecue?
oh yeah, and it's like 14 different, you know, servings,
Yeah.
and they start you with little tapas and things, and then they just keep bringing, and then they'll bring out a big slab of meat, and they'll slice a little off and throw it on your plate, and then they'll bring something else, and they'll bring some chicken, and then they'll bring this out, and it goes on for like an hour and a half, and it's like $25 a head, and it
What?
is amazing. I mean,
25
amazing
bucks
food.
a head.
Yeah, and it's amazing food, and the line was out the door when we went.
I bet.
That was pre-COVID, guys. So
It's amazing what stuff costs in non-California.
Oh, Boise's got it. I'm telling you, I'm a very big fan of Boise.
I mean, even a Brazilian place in Atlanta, you know, they're going to charge at least $40, $50 a head for that.
This was most reasonable. I mean, I had been in Atlanta to one of the Brazilian places along with Ted Turner's place. I mean, I bought a Ted Turner buffalo ribeye. I think
when you went to your volleyball tournament?
Yeah, nationals. We went there 5 years, five different years. We won gold medals every year. But the ribeye was like $85, but it was so worth it. I mean, it was so good. So.
Well, it better be free.
That's Ted Turner, dude. He's got more money than dirt. All right, you guys, we just last Thursday night I took a Costco tri-tip, and I do a marinade with balsamic vinegar in it, and it was fairly even. And when you do your tri-tips that you're going to barbecue, if the meat is fairly even, then you're able to cook it pretty evenly. You know, sometimes tri-tips will be really fat here and then they'll taper off. And when they do taper off, is this the buddy system?
Well, I'm just taking my orders from abroad here.
When they do taper off, then you get a well done on this side and a medium rare on this side. And I really prefer the medium rare all the way through. So I'll take a tri-tip, and I'll do a heavy marinade in a good balsamic vinegar, and then I'll do a good garlic salt both sides, and then I do the Montreal rub, and a real heavy Montreal rub, and I'll flip it a few times in the balsamic, and I try to let it marinate for about 2 hours at room temperature, and then I throw it on the barbecue. And with that, I served Le Plaisir. Le Plaisir is, in French, means for your pleasure. So this is a Mendocino, very high elevation. Have we entered this into anything yet?
No.
No.
We need to. This wine is outstanding.
No, we already have a wine named that.
You already have an outstanding.
Don't be smart ass. You're too cute for that. Oh my God.
I was like, you only give those looks to John.
He
I
just
feel honored.
He walked into that.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a very high elevation Mendocino 2017 that we bottled early this year. This thing just rocked with my tri-tip. I mean, honest to God, Sue and I, every time we'd take a bite of the tri-tip, we had tri-tip, asparagus, and a salad with this. And every time we would taste it with the tri-tip, it was just incredible. This is such a compliment to a meal like that. This wine is undervalued at $80 a bottle. When you're a wine club member, at 20 to 30% off, I'm paying you to take it home. Trust me, this is one incredible wine.
Rich, spicy, peppery, full-bodied, a little bit of a dry finish. It's really nice wine.
Like this wine, I take a sip and I'm like, I really want to have this with a really nice bluefin tuna steak.
Yeah.
And it would work with that perfectly.
Yeah.
It would. You know, about 3 years ago now, Robbie Lloyd is our head winemaker up in Napa. David Middleton is our head winemaker here, along with Preston Fidel. Preston is on-site winemaker, and David is off-site. He's up in Washington. But anyway, Robbie called me and he said, there's a grape up in Mendocino. It's a Cabernet. I said, a Cabernet in Mendocino? Right. He goes, don't be so smug about this. He said, this makes an incredible Cabernet. It's high elevation, it's Mendocino, it's a little bit pricey for Mendocino, but I can make a wine out of this so that it'll knock your shorts off. And trust me, he just did with this wine. Did he not?
He did.
$80, guys, is the retail on this thing. As a wine club member, when you're doing a pickup, it's 30% off. As your everyday pickup, it's 20% off. This is a $100 plus wine anywhere in Napa, Sonoma, wherever up there. So.
Oh, this would be a lot more up in Napa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, they might not just tell you where it's from. They just pour it.
If you have something that looks red, it once was a cow of some nature, or a lamb of some nature, it will pair with this wine.
Or tuna.
Huh?
Or
a
tuna.
tuna.
Or tuna.
Yeah.
Dude, I really want to take that bottle and like go up to Otero and just
And get some
like,
and get some Otero.
Oh yeah, get like a whole bunch of bluefin sashimi. That'd be so good.
Oh my. You're popular. We know it.
Oh yeah.
Don't stop bragging. You need to be more humble in your old age.
You know, humble is for the young people. When you've lived this long and worked this hard, there is no more humility. That's out the window. OTW.
You're too old for humility.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm so in love with this wine. I'm telling you, I thought I could only love cabs of this quality from Napa, but this Mendo just knocks it.
If this were a woman, who would she be?
Gina Lola Brigida.
Yeah. Well,
Did you know who she was?
I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
It's the first name that came to mind. You know, I have the Marilyn Monroe Merlot collection of Marilyn Monroe. Back in the 80s, they did Marilyn Monroe labels, and they were called Marilyn Monroe Merlots.
So who produced this?
Some guy, and there was a whole series of them. Shit, I don't know who produced them. Some jackass.
But it was good.
And they had a picture of Marilyn Monroe on every label, and there were different years and different. I mean, and I've got pretty much most of that collection.
God, a woman can sell anything.
Well, she could. She was the most beautiful thing on the planet growing up.
Yeah. I don't know. If this were an actress, I would say it's Anne Hathaway
Anne
as an underrated but very, very good person, wine, whatever.
You're so politically correct, Miss Miller. My goodness. I'm very content right now. How about you?
This is a happy one.
If I use this for an actress, modern day, it'd be Sharon Stone. Because she would give you everything you want. And that's the end of my conversation.
My goodness. Troublemaker.
No, factual.
Okay.
All right. This one I'm taking home, dude. Sorry.
We'll see who gets there first.
I'm the owner of that bottle. You
I'm
guys,
quicker.
we're on Intimidation. I do believe Intimidation's on sale, am I right?
We got Indiscretion right here.
This is Indiscretion.
But here, we'll make a sale just for you online folks. So
You want to do that?
You will have to call us and you will have to mention this stream. But if you do that, we will give it to you for the low price of...
I don't want to. This is a 97-point wine.
Okay, come a break here.
This
A
one,
case special.
hold on.
All right.
This is our 2015
2015 Alexander Valley Cab.
Alexander Valley. It won the
San Diego International Wine and Spirits Competition.
and it took 97 points and a platinum. It jumped over gold and said, this wine is worth platinum.
They had to invent a new medal for this wine.
I'll tell you what I'll do, because he's such a dork, and I love him. If you call in on this wine, I'll do it
Call
at
us.
$8.99 a case. For a 97-point wine, $8.99 a case.
But you have to call us at the
and
west
mention-
side location of MJA Vineyards
and mention that
this
you
live
saw
stream.
this stream.
Yep.
To no one else will get this deal.
No, this is not for everybody. It is
And
not.
our phone number is
831-421-9380.
One more time, Miss Miller.
We got 831-421-9380, and you'll be talking to me. So
You
I'll
got to
help
say,
guys out.
Kathy, I want that wine at $8.99 because I will not do it for anybody else. I promise you.
Miss Miller is a great conversationalist. Give her your company.
Right now, this wine is offered at 110, and it's about to go up to 125 a bottle because of the 97-point designation, and that's what I wanted at 125.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, you better get it while you can.
Get it while you
this
can.
price.
So at $8.99, $900 divided by 12, that'd be about $80 a bottle.
Something like that.
$75 a bottle. $75 a bottle for a 97-point wine. Try that up in Napa at probably around $600 a bottle. Absolutely. Yeah. Hands down. You would.
Yep. Check this out.
And it won a gold medal at the women's.
Oh, this one?
Was it an Indiscretion?
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe so.
Yeah, you want to go
It
medal.
won a gold medal
at the Women's International Wine Competition.
That was a couple of days ago,
Yep,
and it took
it's a
it took
brand new
another
one.
90 some points on
Yeah,
that. And
Yeah,
got
it's
another gold.
92
You don't
points.
need to bring it, Bear.
Oh, goodness.
No. But anyway,
He's proud, you know.
he's like a proud father because these are all his babies. All right, tell me about this wine, babe.
Oh, well, let me smell it.
I can understand why the women's competition loved this. Gosh, this hits you. This hits you on both sides.
So this is the new one that I just got a couple days ago. And the famous Platinum 97-point medal.
We've never
from
got
San
97.
Diego.
We've never got 97 points on a wine. This is very special. Tell me about this wine, Bear. I need some help.
Makes me happy.
It smells a little dusty, like, and a little chocolatey. And there's definitely, like, you know, some cherry, a little bit of cranberry, but it's, like, more in the background than some of our other cabs.
You know what I'd pair this with, Bear?
What's that?
I would take a beautiful cut of prime rib,
Yep.
maybe about that thick, medium rare, real juicy and fatty. Then I would take some mashed potatoes and parsnips and garlic,
Oh, God.
and I'd roll them in butter,
Oh my God.
you know, and have that and with maybe a little asparagus on the side. And I would drink probably 2 bottles of this and be very, very happy. I would. Can't you see that? With the potatoes and the parsnips and the garlic and the butter?
You should really go heavy on the parsnips.
I do.
Because, you know, there might not be enough of those to make it work.
You guys that don't know, we have a parsnip
It's
thing
a
here.
running joke.
It is, but in this case, it would really work well with
actually
the potato and the parsnips and the garlic and a little butter in that. It would be just wonderful.
Kathy from Florida, if you're watching, please chime in.
Yeah. The earthiness that is here, like, that would really go well with parsnips or carrots or anything like on the side.
Yeah. You know, you could do one of those puree things on the side, you know, with it too. So, and using multiple vegetables.
Yeah.
So,
Cool food processing.
Yeah.
and then I would finish it with a fresh rhubarb pie with a side of ice cream on it.
Oh,
What kind of ice cream?
Vanilla.
Oh, that would be really good.
Tahitian vanilla.
There's like a nice amount of tart to this. Like,
Wouldn't that be terrific with a rhubarb pie? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It sure
that
would.
would be so good.
You know, I should have been a chef in my second life, but somehow I never got around to it. So,
Well, I mean, I guess
You're
it's more
busy.
profitable not to be a chef.
Yeah.
especially today.
It's more profitable to be the owner of the restaurant and hire a chef.
It's not profitable to be the owner of the restaurant
No.
or the owner of a winery today. So I mean, let's be real.
Well, I'm just saying in relative terms.
Yeah, well-
than being the chef.
Can you pair this with anything meaty? You bet. Anything.
Meaty, fatty, delicious.
I mean, you could pair it with a shepherd pie. You could pair it
could.
with anything.
Yeah.
What's a Croatian dish you would pair this wine with?
I would pair this with janjetina, which is lamb. You know, a lamb rib rack with a side of mustachole.
Oh, that would go well.
And this will handle the mustachole. It will, because the lamb will influence what you're tasting. In Croatia, we don't do much beef. We have generally most of the families in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where our people come from, have one cow. It's a milk cow, which produces cream and milk and cheese. And when the cow dies, they kill it and eat it, or when it gets old and dries up, they kill it and eat it, and then they get a new cow for the milk and cheese. But so most of our diet in Croatia is lamb, and this wine works very well with lamb. So you would have.
You look perplexed here.
I'm trying to think of, I mean, like, you could pair this with any fatty steak, like a prime rib or a ribeye or
Absolutely.
anything like that.
Sure.
I'm just trying to think of something a little bit more outside the box for this. But, I mean, this wine is so phenomenal, I almost feel like having more of a backdrop kind of staple steak with this wine would be more beneficial.
Well, you haven't been to Croatia and had what I'm talking about.
Well, I haven't tried that dish, but I'm sure it'd be great with this wine.
Trust me, it will.
Well, you know, you can still go to Croatia. It's the only EU country that Americans can currently travel to.
Yeah, but you got to get there direct, and that's the
No, you
problem.
don't have to get, well,
Oh yeah, because you can't go into London.
true.
They can't go into London and then come across.
yeah, but there are a lot of places you can fly to, get a
Yeah.
connecting flight.
We were just talking about that today. That's a little more difficult than you think.
Although apparently now they do have an additional requirement where you have to test negative before you go. But then if you book everything in advance, you're allowed to go there.
Well, your sister's turning 50 on Saturday.
That's right.
And so I talked to her last night. She wanted to go to Croatia for her 50th. She explored everything and it wasn't going to work. So she's going to get a COVID test on Monday. And if she can get the results right away, and within 72 hours, she's flying to French Polynesia, which will give you an entrance if within 72 hours you can prove that you're COVID negative.
I need to talk to her. You can totally go to Croatia right now.
Never mind. All right, let's move on here.
I'm going to call my sister to all those folks.
By the way, my oldest is turning 50, which makes me older than dirt. So just so you know. So let's talk about when does this air? We have specials that we can talk about.
So this is gonna air in 2 weeks.
All right. So
So the specials that we discussed before will be over by that time.
all right. So one special that I will honor is this one at $8.99 for a case of Indiscretion. And you guys, this wine is a 30-year lay-down wine. One real quick thing on people that may be tuning in for the first time, our wines are made to last.
Yes,
Our cabs are aged 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and 6 years in French oak, which means 20 to 30 year lay-down. Our Merlots and our Malbecs are 15 to 20 year. Our Pinots are 12 to 15 year. Our Sauvignon Blanc, the first wine we poured today, easy 10-year wine because we finish it in We started in stainless steel for 6 months and finish it in a concrete egg, which gives it minerality and longevity. And those are 10-year wines. You guys, when you buy one of our wines, they will be with you for as long as you want them to be. So remember that, please. Let's close up today. We want to let everybody know that we appreciate you tuning in with us today. Right now, when you're visiting with us, I'll be mining up in northeastern Oregon, and I'll be thinking about you. Trust me, I will. And I want to let you know that, again, we're open every day here on the west side, 4 days a week up on the summit. Please come visit us. Those of you that are outside of California, we have all sorts of specials that you can find online from us. Please take a look on case goods on our reserves and some of our bigger wines. We do free shipping for you. We thank you for all the love and help that you give us every day here in Santa Cruz and vicinity. What do you want to say?
And to those of you at home and in other states who have supported us throughout this difficult time, we just want to give you our sincerest thanks. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Without you, we wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be open without all your help and love and support. So, mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much. Good night, you guys.
Good night,
we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook.